Okay, we're going to do a quick brief overview of HQWebinar 3.0. This was just released and they've done, obviously this is the third update of this software, and they've come a long way since their creation. And this is also included in your club membership. And with the 3.0, they've added a lot of features and integrated a lot of things that the members wanted that have been using the software, and have made it much more intuitive, and they've changed the whole interface on the front end to make it very easy to use and go through setting up a webinar. We're going to do that in just a second. I want to show you the documentation for this is extensive. As you can see here on the left hand, it talks about setting up just about everything that you would need here to understand how to use the software, how to handle the recordings, how to manage registrations and coordinators, and how to even set up billing if you're going to be charging for the webinar, and your email settings and all of those things. Step-by-step documentation, including video tutorials on how to create a webinar, how to configure the webinar, all the simulated chat, and if you're doing what's called an evergreen webinar, and also recording the webinar, information on that, resources, how to use those. So it's very detailed on how to use the software. So going back to creating a webinar, you've got a couple choices. When you click on this button, you're going to get live webinar or an evergreen webinar. And an evergreen webinar is a setup where you've already recorded a video or you've recorded a webinar and you want that to run on certain dates at certain times. So if you're promoting it, it'll already be recorded and it will be a live webinar that you can continue to run at any set intervals and times that you would like. Great feature there. Doing a live webinar, when you go in and click on this, it's going to ask you to set up the information, and it kind of takes you right across what you need to do. So you can set up your time and date and all those kind of things, and your own webinar picture that you can put in there, your time zones and all of that, which are important to do because this is going to depend when you have a countdown timer that's going to be put on your registration page. You'll need to be from where you are located, so correctly when people are coming from a different time zone, they'll know exactly what time your webinar is going to be. So setting up there, you've got some options here. You got my events, my users, my customers. My customers is an option where you will get access to the commercial version of this, which allows you to set up customers and manage your users if you want to sell the access to the platform for clients of yours. You can set that up here and manage those various clients there, as well as Meet Zippy, which is also part of your package. So in setting this up, you've also got the option for your email funnel here. When you set up, you've got co-host, email funnel on the left, registrations tracking, registrants, registration page builder, generate a QR code, simulate CTA, simulate your chat, and subtitles and captions. These are more, the bottom three are more for your evergreen webinar. So when you go to my users, those are going to be, as I just said, the ones in HQ Suite. My users are the ones who have signed up for your webinar. The customers would be your clients that you are running webinars for. App integration, we've got a ton of options here to integrate PayPal, MailChimp, GetResponse, all the major email providers that you can tie into this, as well as, let me go back to my events, the email part here. On the email funnel, you can choose how these emails are going to go out. You can customize them and put your own information in here and add information if you would like, and add your own custom text for each of your emails that will be going out. And then you have your registrations where people have registered for it. Let's jump over here. I've set this up a club webinar, set up some basic information here. And then the registration page, you can add your own text fields if you want additional information. And you can choose your app integrations that you have already integrated. You set up your thank you page, you get your embed code for the registration page if you want to put it in other places, and things, and social links as well. So lots of options here. And then when you get into the registration page, again, you can customize all this with your own information up here. When you are editing this, you're able to go in and put your own information. You can choose various templates and colors, text colors, background image, opacity, so you can change the opacity of this. Various elements that you can put in here, headlines, other text, video, which you can put in. Branding, obviously you can change out, put your own image in there as well on your thank you pages and registration, so you can completely brand this because you have the commercial version of this as well. So registration pages is quite a bit of flexibility of what you can do with those, giving you really a complete solution. When you're looking at other various webinar softwares out there, especially the mainstay of Go To Webinar, it's very, very expensive, and you can't do even 1/3 of what you can do here at HQWebinar with this platform. So that's a overview of HQWebinar 3.0, this newer version that just came out. They're doing a fantastic job of integrating and upgrading this over time as part of their whole suite of tools that they have.